Today, we will talk about how to start an LLC. Let's have a look at the details. A limited liability company, LLC, is a popular way of setting up a business because it allows the owners to limit their personal liability for actions taken by the company. While an accountant or an attorney can set up an LLC for you, it is usually pretty easy to complete the formation process yourself. Keep in mind that each state will have different rules for forming an LLC, so it is important to look at your specific state laws before proceeding. The first step is naming your LLC. Find your state's LLC laws. The name that you choose for your LLC must comply with your state's laws. While there will be variation, most states do not allow LLC names duplicates of existing business names or extremely similar to an existing name. States also may have other restrictions on the type of name you can choose. Choose a name that complies with your state laws and properly represents your business. While there is no exact formula for choosing the best name, you should choose something that is distinct, easy to remember, easily spelled and pronounced, suggests the items or services that you sell, and distinguishes you from your competitors. Include LLC or some variation in your name. Most states require you to include, as part of your company's name, the letters LLC, LLC, or limited liability company. Ensure that your chosen name is available. To register your LLC with the name you've chosen, you must search to ensure that the name is available in the state where you plan to file your LLC. To check name availability, you must look through the Secretary of State's database of registered names. Reserve your business name. In some states, you can register your business name when filing your articles of incorporation. However, in other states, you must separately register your name before forming your LLC. Decide whether to trademark your name. If your name is very original or creative, you may want to consider registering it as a trademark. This can distinguish your product or service from those of competitors. Trademarking your company name also can protect you from trademark infringement by other companies. The second step is setting up your LLC. Decide how your LLC will be managed. When you set up your LLC, you will choose who will run your company and how it will be run. In general, you will be able to pick between two options. The member-managed LLC, where all the owners participate in running the business. And another one is the manager-managed LLC, where only designated members, or even outsiders, are responsible for running the LLC. File your articles of incorporation. To form your LLC, you must prepare and file articles of organization with the Secretary of State in the state where you plan to do business. While most states use the term articles of organization to refer to the basic document required to create an LLC, some states call it a certificate of formation or certificate of organization. Choose a registered agent. In addition to filing the articles of incorporation, you will also need to choose someone to be the LLC's registered agent for the service of the process. In most states, the registered agent can be either a domestic entity or a foreign entity registered to do business in the state or an individual resident of the state. Typically, one of the partners of the LLC will act as the agent. Keep in mind that the LLC itself cannot act as its own registered agent, so do not enter the limited liability company name as the registered agent's name. Obtain a required business license. License requirements will vary according to your state or even according to the county where you plan to do business. Contact your county clerk's office to determine if any licenses or permits are required for your type of business. Apply for an employee identification number, EIN. An EIN is an assigned number for IRS purposes, similar to a social security number. EINs are used for small businesses and corporations to account for employee tax withholdings. However, an EIN is not required if you do not have any employees and a solo member LLC. If this is the case, you can use your social security number instead. Another option, aside from hiring employees and applying for an EIN, is to hire only independent contractors. Independent contractors are not considered employees, and therefore no EIN will be required. Open a bank account for your LLC. You will need to have your EIN before opening an account. Consult your bank of choice about the options on your account that will be best suited to your business needs. The third step is writing an LLC operating agreement. Protect your LLC by writing an operating agreement. Unless you are a solo member LLC, if you do not need an operating agreement, it may be wise to write one to protect your LLC. Decide what to include in your operating agreement. Each LLC's needs will be different, and therefore, no two operating agreements will look exactly alike. In most cases, you should contact an experienced attorney to draft your operating agreement. Find resources. Depending on the structure and size of your LLC, writing an operating agreement can be difficult. As mentioned above, you should hire an attorney to look over your document for the best results. However, Your state may have other resources for LLC members, such as form operating agreements or copies of the default rules. Look on your Secretary of State's website to determine what resources may be available to you.